Vince Carter's are bowing to the pressure because at first he said he felt that it would be a slight to the fans who voted him in if he stepped aside. But here is a last-second decision, and Jordan will be the starter.
Allen Iverson wanted to do it first. Tracy McGrady was the next one to step up and offer to do it.
Louis Brillo. This an All-Star Game series that dates back to 1951. The first two All-Star Games played at the old Boston Garden last season in Philadelphia. The West beat the East 135 to 120. And we're just about set.
Marv, I don't care what Michael wanted. This is how it should be. Michael Jordan should be starting the last All-Star appearance in his career.
Perimeter shot, he can post you. He's a matchup nightmare for any coach.
Tracy McGrady. McGrady from downtown. Tracy comes in leading the NBA, averaging better than 30 points per game.
That we saw in the first half of the game yesterday by the youngsters out there. They're playing this game on a much more serious level.
Iverson with the lob, but overthrows. And it's out of bounds. But up one for its first 7. Steal by O'Neal. Iverson behind the back. McGrady was looking for a foul call. Nice pass by Iverson.
He sat, became unhappy. The trade was the best thing that happened to him to Indiana. And now by Brad Miller coming over, it moves him out of the center spot into the power forward position.
Iverson. Wallace through the double. Here's Jordan. Jordan again. Talk by the color commentator. You pick that up right away. It's about 5:45 a.m. in Shanghai. Oh, Wallace is fouled. Nice pass. Allen Iverson has opened up here as a playmaker. Some nifty passing by Iverson, and once again, the East to the line.
Allen has a good feel with all the white jerseys on, going right, but knowing somebody's back there left. He finds Ben Wallace, and then Kobe trying to get it from behind.
Jury fans here in Atlanta. The Jason Kidd of the New Jersey Nets, Brad Miller of the Indiana Pacers have checked in. What a move by Iverson to set it up for Miller. Steve Nash, who just came on, setting it up for Duncan, rejected by O'Neal. And here comes Kidd. Iverson met by Nash. Iverson, yes.
Well, let's go back to Brad Miller for a second. When we think about free agents at the end of the season, the first two names become Duncan and Kidd. We see Stephon Marbury bringing it up, giving a little show at the same time there. But think about Indiana's problem at the end of the season. They must re-sign Reggie Miller. Jermaine O'Neal is someone they have to deal with. Then you talk about Michael Jordan finally scoring the basketball. And then Brad Miller, who's had an incredible year.
Stephon Marbury, the former Net, acquired in the deal for Jason Kidd, and they're matched up again. Sean Marion of the Phoenix Suns, who just came on, is guarding Jordan. Marco hits the jumper, and he just said about time.
Very effective in it by throwing bounce passes or chest passes.
Good play by Pierce, leading to this. Iverson. And he blows the layup. Iverson again. Isaiah Thomas, you recall in Michael's All-Star Day. Oh! Vince Carter. The lob for Shaquille O'Neal. And here comes Jordan with Garnett back. Michael Jordan with his third field goal. He has 6 points for his career.
Well, as Michael said from the beginning, he did not want, and it's very difficult, but he did not want this weekend to be all about Michael Jordan. But as Allen Iverson goes to the basket,
Buckets try to set it up for Kobe Bryant. McGrady from Iverson.
I really like how Iverson's playing in this game. He's making his teammates better.
From downtown.
Well, that's the type of unselfish play that you'd like to see take place as Iverson takes to the basket and still shows you, Jeff, that he does remember how to score the basketball.
The game is tied at 58. And the foul on Iverson.
Allen Iverson gets out in front quickly as Jason Kidd pitches the ball ahead. Then it's just a matter of him finding the seam and his great ability to finish by reversing it on the other side.
How about the statement yesterday by Jason Kidd, who becomes a free agent?
And inside the bottom of the rim to finish it.
Here's McGrady. 10 points for Tracy. Off the turnover, Iverson. Yes. That's a 3 for Iverson.
With him, as far as, with him instead of against them.
He's a very nice guy. I met his family yesterday. It's a beautiful family, a very honorable person.
And back comes the East, a 3-on-1. Tracy McGrady. Brad Miller able to finish. Nice setup from Allen Iverson.
His hand to give him a 5. Shaq ignores. He says to his teammate, "Not right now. Just leave me alone."
Michael Jordan able to hit the fadeaway over Gary Payton. And final round. Marbury lost it. 4th and final game, I should say. And here is part of the crowd looking for they wanted more from Vince. They wanted something out of the slam dunk competition.
He's dunked, he's blocked shots, he's isolated on the wing, and he led the fast break and made the assist.
That will count. And the foul. 25 in the 3rd quarter. And back comes Jordan. The lead for O'Neal. Nicely done. Jordan. Shot has been off. O'Neal. Iverson. Yes. And the East leading 107-102.
Basket. They get Jermaine O'Neal running on the floor. This time, Peja lays it up. You see Shaq keeping it alive, and then Shaq gets his balance, finishes, knowing he's too strong, too big for Ben Wallace.
And substitutions for the West. Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant return.
Marv, 13 seasons in the league, 9 times appeared in the All-Star game. Gary Payton, the glove, legendary for his skills. Gary, what happened in the skills challenge?
90s television, as we showed you earlier. Here's Jordan. Yes. Bryant, that's his 3rd.
Michael is actually having fun right now. He really is. He wants to hold on to this lead. There instead tipped it to the wrong team.
Jason Kidd. And here's Michael Jordan. 16 for Jordan.
Sure, Michael was ready for the fact that Allen Iverson was tracking him the entire time and threw a beautiful bounce pass through the lane, anticipating Michael coming out on the other side of the rim.
Foul is called. A reach-in foul. Duncan not able to handle that pass. Iverson on the move, whipping by Nowitzki. Allen Iverson protecting the ball on Dirk Nowitzki. Overall, the East with 32 victories. They've dominated the West with 19. Here's Jordan with a flip that goes home. And the crowd responds. Guarded by Marion. Checking the clock. Jordan with 4, 3. Not able to hit. Duncan with the rebound. And we go to overtime. Jermaine O'Neal. Iverson skying for missed time, but able to get to it. Iverson wide open. Look for a better shot.
I actually thought maybe Allen might try to bank it off the glass from that particular angle there, but instead he's so used to playing it straight in, he went back to his strength.
Good offense and, most importantly, good defense, so you can tell just how good the offense is.
Well, they're serious right here now. This is a different phase of the game after a playground sequence that we saw through the 2nd quarter. The West now leading 124-122, 3:47 remaining. In overtime, Shaquille O'Neal was called for that foul. Look at the scoring totals. McGrady leading the way for the East with 25. Iverson 24. Garnett with 26 points. Allen Iverson at the line hit the first and has tied the game.
An outstanding game. That time catches the ball, puts it on the floor, suddenly pulls up and gets a clean look. And we see Allen Iverson come right back with the finish at the other end.
Allen Iverson, the MVP of the All-Star game 2 years ago, making a strong bid here tonight.
You mentioned the overall game he had been playing while Michael was on the floor. Now Michael goes to the bench. Allen Iverson decides he may have to be the one to be the scorer out there for the East.
No, it's on Duncan. And what's so amazing is how well he finishes in traffic at his side.
The clock. It's just stopped.
The shot clock should be turned off right now. They can run it all the way down.
Well, we're down to 10 seconds remaining in overtime, and Michael has the ball, again guarded by Sean Marion. The fadeaway, yes! With 4 and 8/10 seconds remaining, the West takes a timeout. Michael Jordan, not able to hit the game winner at the end of regulation, has just given the East a 2-point lead.
Marvin, as we see, Michael takes the fadeaway again over the outstretched arm of Sean Marion and just hits an incredible shot right there. Again, we see it. Marion gets up into him. He's going to force him to take a tough shot. The fade, think about the strength you need to get that up. That was his 26th field goal attempt tonight. It takes a lot of energy to get this type of shot up and in.
And at the end of regulation, the West failed to call timeout.
On the inbound. It's broken up by Kidd, played by Brown, who fires and is fouled. With 1 second remaining, he was fouled in 3-point territory. He'll have 3 shot attempts. Only 1 second left. And he has tied the game at 1:38. The East will take a timeout. And Jason Kidd looking for the catch and shoot right here. He finds Jordan, and the shot this time is blocked by Marion. And for the first time in NBA All-Star history, we go to double overtime. Iverson with the step. Sets it up for Pierce.
And Marv, I think Isaiah Thomas just asked Michael Jordan, did he want to go back in? And I think he declined. He's ready to call it a day.
Bryant, when he got fouled for the three-pointer, and on that shot right there.
I think Rick Adelman is nice move by Iverson. It counts in the foul. Rick Adelman is saying, hey, I like having this guy on my side.
Well, Kevin Garnett, who has the size advantage over Vince Carter, certainly went to work on him. First steps through to get some space and then shoots it right up over the top of him there. And then they go right back again into the post, clear the side of the floor. They got the other high man, Duncan, up top. Step back. He's got a lot of room to look over the top of Vince Carter and hits it.
Kevin Garnett helping up Allen Iverson. That's 3 on Garnett.
Iverson sees the opening, goes to the basket immediately, trying to attack the rim, hoping to get fouled, stop the clock, put points on the board by going to the foul line.
34 points for Iverson, along with 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 7 of 8 at the line. He had that huge game 2 years ago, certainly one of the better All-Star games. I put this one right alongside it, with the East coming from behind to beat the West. Final seconds, and this one is over in double OT for the first time in NBA All-Star history. 155, 145.
It was Kevin Garnett, but the night belonged to Michael Jordan. Getting congratulations now from Kobe Bryant, who made the free throws to send it into the double overtime. You scored more points than anybody in All-Star game history. Talk about the one at the end of overtime that appeared to be the game winner.
Well, I mean, it was a tough shot. They played good defense. I was able to get to my right side and, get off a shot, high arcing shot, and it went in. Thought it was a game winner, but obviously, anything can happen in the NBA game, and that's exactly what happened. Kobe made a couple of free throws. He could have easily made 3 in a row to end the game, but we had a chance to go into overtime, and they had more energy than we did down the stretch.
Did you say anything to Jermaine O'Neal for fouling him on the three-point attempt?
No, I just couldn't believe the referee made that call. No, obviously we were just trying to play hard defense, and those things happen.
How will you remember this All-Star game?
Double overtime, we lost. It was fun. I think I got the chance to enjoy some good young company tonight, and as David Stern said, the NBA is still moving upward, and you can see by the young talent that's playing here, and a lot of talent that's not here. The game's going to be fun to watch for some time, and I look forward to just sitting back and watching and say, I was a part of that group. I was one of the guys who passed it down to those guys, and that's truly a privilege.
As with your teammates, your opponents, the fans, and our television audience, it's a pleasure and honor for all of us to be here for your final one.
Thank you very much.